This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Melissa Francis with me. You're the program manager of the St. Lawrence Rideau Immigration Partnership. Welcome back to FYI. It's been a while.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
Can we start off and you can explain to people what the St. Lawrence Rideau Immigration Partnership is?
For sure. We are a federally funded program and we've been around for about 12 years now. Our jurisdiction covers all of Leeds and Grenville, and there are 90 different immigration partnerships across the country. We were one of the first that was started back in 2012 or so. And we're all here to work with community partners, essentially to make sure the immigrants who are coming to our communities feel welcomed. So there's a lot involved with that, but that's essentially what an immigration partnership does.
That's such a big area to cover. I'm thinking, home, social, employment, friends, church,
Exactly.
schools. That's what you do? You help connect them?
Yeah, we make sure those programs are in place. So we're considered an indirect service provider. So we don't actually sit down with immigrants and help them with those different pieces, but we support the organizations who are doing that work. So we make sure they have the funding, we make sure they have the research and the statistics to develop programs that are suited for immigrants around this area. And the research project that we're starting right now is just a part of that.
Okay. I think the first off, I've met some people here that have come from the Ukraine, and I mean, in a matter of months, they learned the English language. It's amazing.
I know. I'm in complete awe and envy of that ability. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be something you might help somebody with, is even with the
Yes.
English language. I'm thinking, I can think of so many things. I'm thinking your driver's license, your, getting a social insurance, now everything
Everything.
yeah,
Everything is new. And sometimes, using a bank card is brand new for
yes,
somebody, or starting a line of credit, getting car insurance. Sometimes, even if you've come from another country, you're in your 50s, when you come to Ontario, you're considered a new driver. So starting that process, everything is just, it takes a long time. It can be costly. And especially if you don't speak English or French, it can be really, really hard to maneuver all of those systems for the first time.
overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Now you're the
hmm
program manager. What does that entitle?
So I do a lot of coordinating of different working groups in the area that are dedicated to welcoming immigrants, equity, diversity, and inclusion. I do a lot of presentations to community groups and municipalities just to make sure people are familiar with the work that we're doing. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I'm helping to coordinate this research project that's going on. And the other person we have on staff is our project coordinator, and she deals a lot with our graphic design stuff, our social media, communications, press releases, that sort of thing. But we're a really small team, so we do a little bit of everything
Ah, small
to
and
make it
mighty,
work.
small and mighty. That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
that's right.
Now you've got some information sharing sessions going on next week, absolutely, in North Grenville and one in Brockville. So let's talk about that. What is that going to be about?
So, a few months ago, we hired a local consultant to undertake a research project for us. So, every couple of years, we do a formal outreach into the local immigrant communities in Leeds and Grenville, just to make sure we're understanding the social, cultural, and economic pieces that are bringing immigrants here, and what is encouraging them to stay, or maybe encouraging them to leave. So we want to make sure we always have a good understanding of what those factors are. So we've hired a consultant to do this work over the next few months. These information sessions that are coming up next week are opportunities for local immigrants to sit down with us and let us know why they came, what they're enjoying here, maybe what's missing for them. Maybe it's a service, maybe it's a feeling of welcome. If they've experienced racism or discrimination, we want to know about that so we can try to remedy it. So we have an info session or a feedback session on Monday, the 13th in North Grenville. at the municipality center or the municipal center. It starts at 2 until 3:30, and then we have one that's 6:30 to 8. So folks are working during the day, they're more than welcome to pop into the evening session. And also on Wednesday in Brockville at the Employment and Education Center, the same times, 2 until 3:30, 6:30 to 8. Um, and it's just a really informal opportunity. We'll have tea and snacks, and we can sit down and talk about these sort of factors that are bringing people here and keeping them here. We also have a survey opportunity. So if people aren't able to attend these sessions, there's an online survey available in French and English for immigrants. They're more than welcome to complete that as well.
All right. Now, are these information sessions, are they for people who have immigrated here? Or are they for the, the public people from Brockville, people from North Grenville? Can they go too?
It's for immigrants who have
Okay.
come to the area. So some folks may have very recently arrived. Some folks may have been here for decades. Everyone's welcome. If you weren't born in Canada, if you're an international student, a refugee, a worker, it doesn't really matter. We don't care what class of immigrant the person is. Everyone has something to share, so they're encouraged to come.
So is it programs like your immigration partnership? Because it amazes me, and I'm so proud that people show up or move here to. I'm in Smith Falls, and we're talking Kemptville area, we're talking Brockville. We're not big cities. We're not big, the Toronto, Winnipeg, all that sort of stuff. They come here. So is it programs like yours that people who are immigrating here are learning about Brockville? They're learning about Kemptville?
I think so,
Okay.
indirectly. I mean, communities get a reputation, especially smaller communities. And I think if a lot of the folks who come to Leeds and Grenville communities have lived in Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, and they're looking for a smaller community for safety, for affordability, for better schools and opportunities for their kids. So if one family or one individual moves here, word spreads quickly, whether that person is having a good experience or not, right? So
Right.
they may reach out to folks that they've left behind in Toronto or abroad and say, listen, Kemptville is a great community to live in. We've got this at our doorstep and this and this. Why don't you come and try? So it's really important for us to get it right at the beginning and to make folks feel welcome, because immigrants bring so many social and economic benefits to communities. And we're competing with communities across the country for these folks, right? So we want our communities to feel welcoming for people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, the friends that we've made here in Smith Falls too, that people have moved here, it's been amazing. I've learned so much, and have some great respect for some people that have moved all the way from their home, the other side of the world, and
Yes,
chose Smith Falls, chose Kemptville, chose Brockville
it's
to be their home.
incredible.
It's wonderful.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right, so once again, you've got these information sessions, one's at North Grenville Municipal Center,
Hmm.
and that's January 13th, 2 to 3:30, and another one at 6:30 to 8 o'clock.
That's
And
right.
then the following day, January 15th, once again, the times are the same, but different place at the Employment and Education Center on Strauger. Am I saying that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and once again, 2 to 3:30 and 6:30 to 8 o'clock. How do people get a hold of you if they want to learn more?
So Facebook is probably the best bet. We post all of the most recent information about this project and those sessions on our Facebook page. We've created 2 Facebook events also for these sessions. So if people want to join those Facebook events, they can keep up to date with what's going on. We ideally would like to know who's coming. So people could get in touch with us, send us a Facebook message, and let us know you're coming, just so we can plan out how much food we need to buy, materials, and also, since we're in the bad weather zone, if weather is a little dicey and we need to reschedule, then we want to let people know about that too.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so a snow
Hmm.
day could happen, but let's hope not.
Yes, you never know.
Let's hope not. Yeah, it's later in the day too, so things usually get cleaned up by then.
Yes,
Yes, that's
that
right.
is true.
That's right.
Hmm.
That's right. Well,
Hmm.
thank you very much for joining us today. Once again, I've got Melissa Francis, Program Manager of the St. Lawrence Rideau Immigration Partnership. Thanks for joining us today and making people feel welcome from all around the world.
Thanks so much, Kathy.